very cool.
Thank you.
How long have you owned this?
I've had this 2 years, 2 and a bit years.
You've got a heavy right foot.
I know.
Good man.
I'm a drummer, so this is my bass pedal. If you're too cold, that window does go up. It's not electric. Nothing is on this car.
So what year is this?
So 64. Yeah, 64. So it's
the first one to roll off the production line, isn't it? Really?
It is, and it's only been in this country. No, actually, I haven't only 2 years. It'll be 2 years. I think. No, I have. It's just over 2 years I've had it, and it'd only been in the country 6 months.
Really?
So it'd been in California for pretty much 49 years.
So it's absolutely immaculate.
Wow, it was just sunbaked.
Yeah.
So when I first saw it, there was no paint on it. It was completely, and it was dusty. All I had to do the inside was vac it. It was brilliant, best restoration ever. But I just gave it to somebody to paint it, and he just charged me £800 to do it. And I said, look, I'm not bothered about it being perfect because I want to use it. These are obviously for these events, and I didn't want it in my garage knowing that I'm scared to use it. So, and I think the condition it's in, it's nice, but it's usable.
Yeah. Rather than being complete show car.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you see them, don't you, and you think, you know what, it's lovely, it'd be lovely to have something like that, but I'd be scared to use it.
So what's the obsession? Is it from bullets?
No, I think I'm more of a sound. I love the sound of things, and my neighbours probably don't agree with me on that, but I'm always after sort of noisy cars. But I've just bought an R8. That was about 4 months ago.
Is that the V8 or V10?
Just the V8, yeah.
Which is basically a Lamborghini, isn't it? In
yeah. And I wanted the V8 because I've got a Ferrari 355, and the guy who services that, I always get his advice because he's obviously doing it all the time. And I said, look, I'm looking at a Gallardo or I'm looking at an R8, and he said, if you're going to get anything, get an R8 V8. And he said, because of the amount of engines he has to work on, especially the V10, that, and I don't know whether I'd have that sort of peace of mind driving it, knowing that when's it going to break down. I mean, it might never do that, but it's nice to know that your car's a good car. Although saying that, the V8 could break down, but it's a bit easier to sort out.
The sound of this is just phenomenal.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh.
It's an absolute pig to drive. It's not a nice car. This morning when I come out, it was so wet and muddy, and it's just, it doesn't grip well, it doesn't do anything well.
I presume there's a lot of play in the steering wheel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like driving a minibus, but a noisy one. But I like it, and it always goes down well at the show. They might say to me, actually, if I'm booked up all afternoon now, so if that's the case, they might say to me, bring it tomorrow instead of the R8, which I'm happy to do that, because the more money that's raised, they want to try and vary the cars a little bit. Just means I sleep well when I've been driving this all day. And my legs hurt. I feel like I've been cycling.
Yeah, but a lot of people love these for the Steve McQueen.
Yes. Yeah.
Sort of throwback.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I hadn't seen the film. I bought this before I'd even seen the film, and it was quite nice to hear it and see it. But they say I'm not one of these. I've never had like dream cars. I think one day I'll have one of them. Apart from the Beetle, I always wanted a Volkswagen Beetle. And once I had my Beetle, I thought, you know what, I don't really care now. I'm just happy to sort of move stuff around and have a car, enjoy it, and if I like it, I'll keep it a bit longer. My wife doesn't think that the same. I mean, she's always saying, why couldn't I collect stamps?
So how much is something like this worth?
Do you know what? I wouldn't have a clue now. I paid. So when I bought it, it was 10,000, and then I had it painted. And I know I got a good deal because they're going up in price, but I wouldn't know exactly what this particular one would be worth. I know I'd get my money back.
10,000. Yeah. Cheap.
It is cheap, isn't it? But yeah, I think. I mean, I'll never buy a car when they're at the full price. I was looking at the Lamborghini Murcielagos before I bought the R8, so I was looking earlier in the year, and I I saw one and it was really reasonable, and I should have bought it, because now it's gone up by about 60,000. But you just don't know when. Yeah, I'd hate to buy it when it's here and then it suddenly drops, but I like to try and hold out until they really can't bottom out anymore.
It's got some grunt, hasn't it?
Yeah, when you think an old car like this, I hope when I'm 50 odd I can still got some grunt left in me.
So is it 0-65 seconds or so?
Yeah, it's I would say it's like a messy 5 seconds, because you've got to almost have the right bit of road or perfectly dry. Because this morning I pulled out of the petrol station and my son was saying to me, he said, what will this do, Dad? And I said, well, let me show you. And I knew you need a wide bit of road, because the back end,
but tail happy.
Yeah. And I don't, you know, they always tell us with the bears, they say, you know, you've got to be safe and know what your car can do. But this is like Herbie, really. I think it's got a mind of its own. So I do have to talk nicely to it.
On top speed, any idea?
Well, when the needle was going like that, yeah, because the engine's not standard. So the engine in this, so the engine in this is the 351. So it's the newer engine for the Mustang. Bigger, higher output, but the original engine would have been the 289.
Yeah.
So when I had it painted, then I got the 351 badges on the side. So I haven't tampered with it. That was all done. It's just when I had it painted, I made it sort of say what it is.
Have you upgraded the brakes and things like that?
No, the brakes are okay. Although I bled the brakes last weekend before the show, just to make sure. So it stops, but it's just. But I know I bled it on. The amount of air I took out of it, dear me. But it didn't help. The last time I tried to bleed the brakes, I got all the wheels off and then it tipped it down. So I thought, well, I better put the wheels back on. And as I opened the bonnet to put the cap back on, all the rainwater, which was stupid of me really, but the rainwater went straight down the bonnet, straight into the reservoir.
Oh, crikey.
So it meant then the next time I did the brakes, I had to do a lot more. So, so I did that last Saturday.
So in terms of running costs, servicing,
do you know what? It's cheap.
Really?
This company on the net called CJ Pony. They sell. You could build one of these cars from scratch with the parts they do. Yeah, it's easy to see when you open the bonnet. Everything's there. It makes sense if you know what you do. I'm not a mechanic, but some things I've got friends that will come around and say, look, this is making a bit of a noise, or can we sort this out? And it's so easy. To them it is, but even for me as a bit of an idiot with cars, I don't know. You know, I know the basics, but
yeah.
I don't mind messing with this one, because where the other cars I've got, I'd be scared to touch anything.
Yeah, you've not got the engine management systems or anything daft like that to fiddle about with.
You can tweak things without making, you can drive it a bit, and if it's not running right, you can just do the same.
Oh, yes. Handling, like in general, is a bit boaty, a bit.
Yeah. I mean,
charity corner is not quite sure what to do.
It's a bit more solid, because the guy in the States, before it came over to here, the guy had put everything on it, and so the petrol tank, everything's smaller and lighter weight. So I can fill this up with about £25 from empty.
Really?
The problem is, every few rides I'm having to go back to the petrol station.
Crikey.
So it's sort of, it's not that thirsty, but you know, you've just got to think, I'm going to be visiting the petrol station more than from some of these that can get about 70 or 80 pounds in. But yeah, I think handling wise, so the ones I drove before this is a lot better. But it's still not brilliant. I mean, I think with the R8 I've got, that it does everything for you, and it feels so solid, so you're confident to do that. As where with this, I wouldn't feel confident in throwing it around, because you just don't know where you're going to end up with it. That's the problem with it.
Hope you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you later.